Bowie Super Coach. What a great part of the day this is. Darkness, stillness, peace, and absolute tranquility. Quick one today around this attraction agent cliche. I don't mind the terminology, but just want to dig a little bit deeper into it and talk to you about the traps and the actual advantages of it. Firstly, I just wanted to talk about a quick metaphor. Yesterday, I was inspired by the great man Matt Steinwade when he talked about summer bodies made in winter, and I used that as a translation piece and as a metaphor for spring agents are made in autumn and winter as well. So if you're not following Matt Steinwade, he's been a great friend of mine for decades, and his whole 31 minutes actually is just an outstanding metaphor, which initially started as 31 minutes of exercise, but you can implement 31 minutes literally for anything, as Matt will tell you, which could be prospecting, listing, spending time with your family or whatever. It's really meant to be, don't let perfection get in the way of getting started. Just do something every day. So Matt, outstanding. If you're not following Matt on Insta, TikTok, and listening to 31 Minutes podcast, you're crazy. You're going to have some outstanding content from an outstanding agent and human being. So with the attraction agent, firstly, it seems to be everyone's silver bullet and everyone's, nirvana in life to reach this attraction agent level, which was originally defined as you don't need to call anyone because they're all going to call you. That's great. I think that's a really good position to be in if you can. However, what I have noticed lately, and I've been working with a lot of agents that have been in the industry for a really long time, I'm talking 10, 15, 20 years, sometimes 25 years in some instances. And they've been attraction agents, and that's been terrific. And the phone's been ringing. It's a bit like musical chairs. There was an old game where the music would start, there'd be 6 people but only 5 chairs, and as soon as the music stopped, you had to sit down and one person would miss out on sitting down. So the metaphor in that, or the analogy if you like, is one day the music will stop, people will stop calling you. Why? It's a competitive market. It's a populated market. The skill sets have gone up due to things like ARIC and other outstanding initiatives, and even YouTube. So what I've done recently with a few agents is sat down with them, and they've come to me and said, look, Adrian, the music stopped. Or in their language, they've said, look, people used to call me. The phone's not ringing as much. Every listing I used to go to, I used to sign up, but people are going in now. There's younger, hungrier agents, or just newer, hungrier agents, and they're getting business. What do? I said, look, no problem. The good news is we've got an insurance policy, right? Because you've been doing it for 20 years. You've sold, call it 500 properties. So that's at least 1,000 people on your database, buyer, seller. Plus there would have been thousands of people you met along the way at opens doing that much volume, whether it was 10, 20 deals a month or whatever. There's been plenty of volume there, and we've obviously extracted a lot of leads and potential sellers, past appraisals, whatever it might be. So let's just have a look at your insurance policy. How many people have you got in your database? And they say, 200. I'm like, wow. All right, this is the disease in your business. The symptoms are no stock today, but the true disease is we didn't squeeze the lemon, we didn't extract the data, we didn't harness opportunities, including past appraisals, past buyers, past sellers, email inquiries, phone inquiry, like all this activity that's coming towards us while we're in momentum and while we're this so-called attraction agent, but we haven't taken the opportunity to curate it, put it in a platform, call it a CRM if you like, but basically a CRM, whether it's Outlook or AgentBox, is just a repository for good quality relationships that you can make notes and follow up on. So my question to you is, number one, if you're just starting out, take out your insurance policy, and it's never too late. So build a database, have a KPI, in fact, for a minimum of 20 a week which is going to be 80 a month, which is going to be 1,000 a year of people that own property in your core market. And then obviously look at a best practice mastery nurturing plan. Now, if you've been doing it for a while and you don't have an insurance policy, it's okay. What you need to do is sit down, go back through RP data, look at any rudimentary notes that you might have taken or spreadsheets, whatever you have, and just take a week off if you need to and put it into some type of platform, some type of CRM as a repository for you to connect again with these people. And don't worry, you can call them anytime and say, hey Adrian, just wanted to touch base. I know it's been a while since I spoke to you. How are you and your family, and how are you enjoying the house I sold you 5 years ago? That's as complicated as the conversation needs to be. So make sure if you're starting out, you take out an insurance policy today. If you've been doing it for a while and the music has stopped and you don't have a chair to sit on and you don't have a database to fall back on, start today. No matter how long you've been going down the wrong track, it's never too late to turn back. I hope this has added value. God bless, and always live with virtue.